I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
No, mama, stop worrying about the phone.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Orlando Wizards. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started.
Anybody trying to fucking play computer?
From the City Beautiful. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here
you think it's got Tua?
For their opening drive.
Okay.
And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that's a pretty positive story.
There we go.
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good throw there.
I'm
and I
tripping.
don't
I
want
just
to blow
let
too
these
out of
niggas
proportion,
go.
but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. The 20, 10, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. Right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Anthony Harris on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Hooked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Ah, fuck, bro. Why you ain't throw that left, bro?
Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Look at that.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Danielle Hunter, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they kick their man down.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, my God.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Ready? Ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They fun. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
On 3rd down, Cousins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Bro, nobody jumps that butt computer, bro.
And his guys are going to get the football
This
at
shit's
their own
annoying.
37-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. And here now, the defensive starters.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also applies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And he'll
This
find
nigga just
Galladay.
said,
That's
what's up?
complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers
I think Whopper
away
is
from the
hurt, yeah.
defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A first down carry here for
But this
Johnson.
nigga's break a
And
tackle.
he
He's
only
all
manages a
type.
couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going up, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 12. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On second down now, it's Cook.
How the
And he'll
bad.
whistle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with fourth down coming up. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on fourth down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Running with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins,
Wow.
and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On 1st and goal, Howard.
This came free off the edge.
4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run, Cook.
There we go.
And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots.
Look at the defense switching.
Now on 3rd, you go to the
Nah, that's computer. Yeah.
Devontae Parker there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's computer, bro. They know your fucking plays, bro.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well.
I don't like playing these
The
niggas.
throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Hey, Khadijah, I'm out the bathroom.
Pass to 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's see, man.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll drop the throw. He'll get this one to Golladay.
That's annoying, bro, because I'm in cover 3, bro.
With a solid gain of 23. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really
none of that
good
shit
game
matter
for a
on
receiver?
computer.
So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's about to break that shit, and that's Harrison's
First
son.
down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
That's a good play.
Now Johnson, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now
Hit the
here's a
ball
pass on
off.
first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit.
Oh my God, that's my fault. That's my fault. I can't even blame it, but that was me.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I did some stupid shit.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, box truck, box truck. 51 to mine. You can't block.
Cousins, deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 33 yards that time. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play,
bro, if it's anything but fucking man, I'm about to quit.
And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Gets this one to Hill.
No.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw.
And then came and tackled my nigga before I got the pass off.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hell no, they don't.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Nah, they be calling sometime.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Yo. Smooth.
Cousins again. He wants it all for the end zone. That's caught. Touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And his guys are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot out to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Nah, bro, you quit, bro. Stop.
So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see.
That's how I just you just be talking.
Kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line.
Hey, I thought he was going
and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It was halftime.
Got Alpha. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No
free agency.
Cousins now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
I should gas it. Yeah.
Of
course. Bro, of course he just came free, bro.
Yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost
that shit just pissed me off.
Now on second and 16, Cousins played it to Hill. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. From the 30 on second down, Cousins lets it fly for and it's caught. Touchdown. Adam Thielen, 30 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Bro, keep doing that. It's about to hike it to this nigga, and he gonna stand there.
While we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
To throw on second down. Hester escaping the pressure right. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Kill. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay.
Shit just played me, bro.
His second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points. the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They find some open field here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 30, 10, touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 70 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, Cousins. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Howard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, it's Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and off the draw. Here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Oh, I was supposed to
get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. You give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They run again on first down. Cook.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike 51, Mike 51. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He is going to find Hill here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Lions will take over. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what could hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's get off the field, D.
That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Cousins to throw. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in...